Very important I wear a jacket because the weather is a little bit cool. So I'm all ready, all set to go to work now. I still have some minutes left, but I'm just gonna do some little finishing touches I need to do, and then I'm gonna head off to work. I have a 12-hour shift today. 12 hours. So in my line of work, we do 12-hour shifts. So yeah, that is why you see I packed a lot of food that could last me the whole day. I mean, I might not even finish it, but yeah, it's best to take more food than not more food, because if you're gonna be ordering food, it's gonna be more expensive. And here I'm living to not waste or spend money unnecessarily. You know what I mean? So let's go, guys. Heading off now. I don't have a car yet, so I'm gonna board the bus. The bus is my primary mode of transportation for now. Whenever I'm going to work, I'm always looking homeless. I don't know why. Oh my gosh. Whew. To the bus. I'm at my bus stop now, so I'm just waiting for the bus to come. I'm seated, waiting. Yeah, so I want you guys to please interact with this video. Watch my videos, share my videos, like my videos, please. Let these videos go far. Since I decided to come back to YouTube, you guys please help your girl, help my ministry. Oh, hi everyone, it's good to have you all back. Thank you very much for stopping by if you are new here, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for sticking with me. So yeah, today I'm going to be talking about a continuation part of my permanent residence, which I recently got. If you see the previous video I put up before this one, I showed you guys where I got the confirmation of my permanent residence in Canada, and it's been a very exciting experience for me since, you know, having a change in status. And so I'm going to be telling you guys what I did to get my permanent residence in 2 years, and how I did it. So yeah, let's get right into it. So first off, I came into Canada as an international student. I don't know if some of you have been following my old videos from way back. If you followed my video, you would see the video of when I came into Canada. I think I'm going to put the link of that video up here so you can see it, and you would agree with me that it's exactly 2 years now. And you also see my struggles coming in as an international student, the hurdles I had to, cross, and so on and so forth. But I'm happy because all my efforts paid off. I mean, with hard work and trust in God and knowing the laws and rules that applies and how to maximize and make good use of them to my benefit. So yeah, that's the things I'm going to be talking about. Before I continue, with or without the glasses, I don't even know which is preferable, but I think I'm gonna do it with the glasses. So yeah, before I proceed, I'm just gonna be talking about what I did, because I'm not gonna lie, the course at which I took, because I studied, was what helped in the acceleration of me getting my permanent residence in 2 years, coming in as an international student. But first, I'm going to tell you, if you're going to be looking to come into Canada as an international student, you want to take a good course, especially you want to go into something that is very much needed here. That is the skill you're going to be acquiring. It's a skill that is very, very much needed here in Canada if you want to succeed here, and you don't just want to go for any course of your choice, like animal husbandry, like engineering. Yeah, engineerings are needed, but then you have to be very, very strategic about the companies you're going to be applying to, and especially as a fresher in a new country, you want to be careful of the course you're taking. And as a fresher, you in a new country, you don't want to be looking for the bigger top jobs. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't aspire for greatness, but if you're starting somewhere new, it's always advisable to start from the lower part and climb your way up, if that makes sense, or make your way up. So for me, that was my case, in the sense that the course I came to study here was the accelerating point for me. I came in to study a continuing care assistant, and at the time when I was in Nigeria, continuing care assistant was very much needed here in Canada, Nova Scotia, the Atlantic province. Um, it was very much needed because they were recruiting. They were recruiting staffs from different countries. They were recruiting even nurses to come work as CCAs here in Canada, and I still work with colleagues who are CCAs, and but they are nurses from their home country. But that is what I'm telling you about. You have to start lower to get to accelerate or find your way to the top. So you just want to get into a program or a skill that is very much needed, and that is what you're going to use in having your footing. So I came in as an international student coming to study CCA course, and at the time I came in as a scholarship student. So that is to tell you how very much the program I came for was very, very much required. I didn't have to pay my tuition fees. My tuition fees were all covered by the government of Nova Scotia. And after that, I got a job easily, and I got nominated for my provincial nomination, because that was the point, or that was the permanent residence pathway I took, the provincial nomination program. And that helped me a lot. And if you all know, I didn't have to study for too long. I only did a 10-month program. So I'm just giving you all an overview of what I've talked about in my videos before. If you go down through all my videos, you're going to see me talking about the course I'm taking, or the course I took, the course I studied, how long my program took. So my program was just for 10 months, and I came into here doing the job that was highly required, and that was what made it easier for me. So after 10 months of studying, I applied for my permanent residency. After, let's say, give or take 11, 12 months, let's say a year after coming into Canada, I applied for my permanent residency. And 11 months later, my permanent residence was approved, like you also in that video I put up. So roughly, this is just 2 years of me being in Canada, and I have my permanent residency now. So that's what I'm going to tell you. If you're looking to come into Canada, it's not wrong trying to aspire for something great, like going for your master's, going for PhD, so on and so forth. But I would not really encourage or recommend that if you're new in this country, because if you're coming with a very, very big certificate and those people you're coming to work under here, truth be told, most of them don't really have those higher qualifications as you, and it's just going to be like, oh, are you coming to take their jobs away from them? You know what I mean? So most times it's advisable that you start from small, and that starting small is just for you to have your footing in the country, like a solid footing. Like I started as a CCA, right? And CCA sometimes see it as a dirty job. It doesn't matter as long as it gives you what you want and as long as you have a footing in your country. And now it has afforded me to get my permanent residence in 2 years. And I know people who have come into this country way before me. I'm not shading anyone, but this is just my honest take. What I've seen, who has come here, who were here before me, they took programs or they took courses, 2 years, 3 years courses, and fine, they are done with those courses, but it's not really easy getting jobs in those positions because there is no really high demand for them, or there is no demand for those positions. And even where there are position demand for them, sometimes it's not really easy for them getting into the permanent residency stream or express entry stream, because most times it's not those skills that are needed. And if some of you have been going through Canada immigration process or have been listening to the Canada immigration news, you would see that there are streams, there are skills in demands that the government put out, that they are going to be focusing more attention on granting these people with these skills permanent residency, or giving them priority to processing their permanent residencies, because they need those ones to stay back here and do the job for them. So that gives the point that when you're coming, if you're coming to study here, you want to study a program that is very, very highly in demand here, which is what I did. So now I have my permanent residency now. If I want to further, I can further to do whatever course I originally would want to do, right? I can still, I can still work in this position, which I am, because I like it. It afforded me my own stability. My point is, if you've gotten your permanent residence, it affords you the freedom to explore, to spread your wings. If you want to do your master's, if you want to do your PhD, you have the free will to do all of that. And the good thing is that you don't even have to pay the fees for international students at all. You only going to get a subsidized fee for home students. So it makes sense that way, coming in with a course or a skill that is very much in high demand here. And when you get your PR, your permanent residency, you can proceed to become that or pursue that managerial position which you've always wanted. You can proceed to pursue that professional professor program or course you've always wanted. The most important thing and the advisable thing to do is to enter first and have your footing, have a solid footing. I'm going to be discussing these things more in detail as time goes on, because it's quite broad, and I plan on expatiating more and telling you guys some of the things I did right, how I submitted my permanent residency application, and so forth. So I'm just going to advise you, keep watching my videos. You stick with me, because I'm going to be sharing you a bit of the experiences I gathered and the knowledge I've gathered since being here, and what I've experienced in submitting my permanent residency application and all that, and how I was able to scale through in this way. That being said, this is where I'm going to be ending this video. But yeah, I'm going to be dropping another video explaining some more vital parts and vital information you would want to hear about. So thank you for watching, and see you all in my next video. Bye. Talking loud and plenty. You know what I'm talking about, 'cause you